guys want to see how we have a fish fry in our backyard?
You do?
Well then, let's go ahead and do it. Alright, well let's get started then. Alright guys, my good friend and neighbor, bless his heart, just got back from Alaska on a fishing trip, and he literally brought us about 20 pounds of fresh salmon. So I thought, hey, let's cook some salmon up because we love it and we'll do a video on it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do 3 different recipes. I'm going to show you guys 3 ways that I've cooked salmon in the past and 3 ways that we really like to enjoy them. 2 of them are just going to be regular cooked on this double burner Camp Chef grill box, and with no marinades or anything, but we're going to make sauces to go on both of those. And then the 3rd recipe is just a salmon that will be marinated in a little marinade that I like to make up, okay? So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we need to get the salmon marinating, and this is how we do it.
For this marinade, you're going to use a cup of soy sauce and about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Salmon soaks up marinade really quick, so all you're going to have to do is spoon some of this marinade onto the salmon and let it sit for 15 minutes.
Alright, so now that Braley has our first recipe done, which was the marinated salmon with the, what was in there?
Soy sauce.
She doesn't like to tell her secrets. Soy sauce and brown sugar. So we're going to let those sit for about 15 minutes, and we're going to fire up this grill. We're using the Camp Chef Pro 90 3-burner stove with the Camp Chef 2-burner stove grill box, which is amazing. And the great thing about this is everyone knows that smoked salmon is probably the best. Well, if you don't have a smoker, what do? Well, you can actually smoke this fish to a certain degree in this grill box. And the way you do it is you actually just get regular smoke chips like you would use in a smoker, and all you have to do that is pull the rack out and spread these chips, these wood chips underneath, and it will create a smoking action. So we're going to do that. We're going to get these salmon frying, or I should say smoking, right? That's what we were just talking about. So just our regular fish without the marinade. All I like to do to them when they go on the grill, lemon. I mean, you can't cook fish without a little lemon. Lemon them up real nice and pretty, and then you want a little salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic salt as well. Alright, so now that we have this salmon taken care of, it's on the grill, it's seasoned, we're going to throw our marinated salmon on. Just gonna throw them on. Alright, so now that the salmon is on the grill box and it's cooking away, it's only going to take about 10-15 minutes at the most. We need to get cooking our sauces. And the first sauce we're going to do up is like a garlic butter special sauce, and it's the very best sauce I've ever had for fish. And where I got the recipe was actually from the local fire department, and they use it. They do a big fish fry every year for their annual fundraiser, and let me just tell you, it's amazing. And I'm just guessing, but if people knew that I was giving this recipe out online, I might get kicked out of the community. Where would we live? Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is a skillet, a Camp Chef skillet. And what we're going to do is put in, and let me just tell you right now, it's not the healthiest recipe, but it is amazing. So we're going to put in, you don't want your pan too hot or else you'll burn your butter. But we're just going to put in, for starts, we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of butter just to get it in the bottom. And that's, I'm going to pre-measure it. See, that's pre-measured. There you go.
Rub it around.
Just rub it around. It's a little hot, the pan. The only reason I'm putting that butter in there right now is because I'm going to cook some onions in there and some garlic. And then what you're going to need is you need 5, count them for them, Braley. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, that's right. 5 green onions sliced up. I'm going to throw those in there. And about 1 clove of garlic, too. Alright, so once you have your butter and your green onions and your garlic, you're going to need about 4 fresh lemons. Boom. And we're gonna have Braley squeeze them for us. As Braley's squeezing the lemons, I'm actually gonna add the rest of the butter. You're gonna want another stick of butter. And you don't want this too hot. I keep turning this down because I keep thinking it's too hot. You don't actually want to boil it. You just want to simmer it. Slowly cook it, because I can tell my onions are getting just a little bit too done. All right, so you have your butter, you have your lemon, you have your onion, and you have your garlic. Now this is the secret sauce. You wouldn't think it, but you're gonna need just about 3 tablespoons of this teriyaki. And I'm just gonna guess. 3 tablespoons. And that's probably a pretty accurate guess right there. All right, so there's your sauce, guys. It looks amazing. That's gonna be one of the sauces. We're gonna do one more. All right, so we got our butter, lemon thing sauce done. Now we're gonna do more of a dill cream sauce. And I've done this before, but we're gonna add a little bit of butter, about another 1/4 tablespoon, right? It's like we did last time. And then instead of green onions, we're gonna do shallots, 2 shallots, and 2 cloves of garlic as well. Right, Bray?
Right.
Let's get that butter just a cooking. Same pan that I did my last one on. We're good like that. Now, I feel bad because I forgot to go and get some dill yesterday when I was thinking about doing this. And this grocery store in town didn't have any. Fresh dill, I'm talking. So we have to use dry dill, which will taste the same. It's just not as organic. We're all about being organic, aren't we, Braley?
No.
Oh, we're not, so we don't really care. So you're just gonna want about 1 tablespoon of fresh dill, if you can find it. And then you're gonna want 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Once again, not the healthiest recipe, but once again, we're all about taste. All right, so we're just gonna add just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. All right, now we're just gonna add about a 1/2 cup of half and half. A 1/2 cup of half and half. Get it? Too much half and half for me. You don't wanna boil it, you just wanna reduce it. So you don't want a high heat. There we go, there we go. Looks like eggs. Looks like my hand's super hot. Ow. Now the last thing you're gonna want to do is add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And you're just gonna want to let it reduce down, and that's it. That's our final sauce. I'm gonna finish cooking the salmon up. Those are our 3 recipes. The marinated salmon, we've got the garlic butter sauce, and then we have the cream dill sauce. So we're gonna finish cooking the salmon, and then we'll get back with you.
Okay, so Casey just pulled these off the grill and they look amazing. I'm so excited. This piece here is marinated and the other 2 are not. So we're just going to add some of the delicious sauce that Casey made. So this one is the dill sauce, and I'm just going to put this over this piece. All right, and then we're going to add the lemon garlic sauce. All right, and that is it. This is my very favorite thing that Casey makes, and I'm so excited when he does this. You guys will love this recipe, and I hope that you all try this at home.
Is that Grandpa? He's early.
Okay.